Welcome back to West Texas View.
Before the break, Gloria Hernandez was talking about some of the things that have happened already in her job. She's been here since January, and so in 6 months a lot of things have happened, and she is now working very hard with the strategic planning and all of those involved with that, which includes every person in Odessa and the Ector County. And so she would even like to have ideas from some of the smaller communities around here that have gone through their own revitalization. So Gloria, now tell us a little bit about this strategic planning and how you're moving along, and what are some of the visions that have already been poking their heads up?
Well, we have a very strong board, very strong leadership. Our board president, Norlene McBride, owns Irvin Plumbing in downtown Odessa. And so we've got very strong leadership and board participation. There have been so many ideas come to the table so far, and we're waiting really for the City of Odessa's comprehensive master plan to come back at the end of the summer and kind of tell us what is feasible and what that entails for downtown, and what they've heard from the surveys and the results of what the community and all of these community meetings they've been to about what they want to see downtown. Once we receive that comprehensive master plan, we're hoping at the end of September, before our new fiscal year starts, to sit down with the board and have a full day of strategic planning. We'll have a felicitator come in and work with us to do that, but a lot of ideas have come up, from beautification projects to making it more walkable, to vacant buildings that have been boarded up. What do we do with those locations? How can we work with the city to bring them back to life, or if they're at the point where code enforcement has said they're dangerous and they need to be demolished, how do we move forward with that? And what goes in place? What kind of theme do we want downtown? So there are a lot of questions and a lot of ideas, and so hopefully in September we'll set a strategic planning session, and out of that we'll come up with a 3-year strategic plan of goals and things that we want to accomplish for downtown in the next 3 years, and be able to implement those moving forward in the next fiscal year.
And I'm sure that UTPB and Odessa College are involved in some way, because it's to their benefit to have a strong downtown. It doesn't matter that their campus may be away from downtown. It's still really, really important.
Right. They have a young population, the young working urban professionals who really like to be a part of the live, work, and play atmosphere, somewhere they can go to work and live and also go out and dine and shop all in one place. They're really a walkable community. So we will be engaging UTPB, Odessa College, and a lot of other organizations as we get to that point, to ask them, what is it that their student population or their working population who's maybe going to school in the evening, what do they want to see? And definitely that group of young professionals is really vital to the success of a vibrant downtown, as well as the community as a whole.
But another aspect that a lot of communities have found is that senior citizens are a really important part of the equation too, because if there is a community built around downtown where they've got the support services, senior citizens like to live in senior citizen centers. Old hotels have been converted into retirement living, and because they like to walk, and they're getting more acclimated to that. And so don't forget the senior citizen
Absolutely
community.
not. We have a strong senior citizen community actually now in downtown at Lincoln Tower. It's a retirement
yes, I'd forgotten
and
about
so
that. Yes.
We have a strong population there. They are always involved in Fandango. We put on many concerts for them, and they have the ability to experience and utilize Noel Heritage Park there, and so they are a great component and a vibrant component as well. And downtown really does need to be a place where the community as a whole can get together and come and celebrate and gather, and that's what we want to create, an atmosphere where people know that they can come down and there's something to experience always downtown.
And that's the key, is something's always happening downtown,
Right.
and something is happening for all age groups.
Yes.
And so I know that a lot, like Waco, closed streets and made big plazas. in some of their downtown areas. And they built a new civic center downtown.
Right.
And that, and then I was in Memphis not long ago, and they're building a new sports center right smack in downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And with all the parking places and everything else that's needed with a big sports center.
And that is so important, and that's what the city of Odessa is looking at with the Hotel and Convention Center project. We have seen and we know that revitalizing downtown areas across the nation has been extremely successful in many other communities.
That's right.
And those that you've just named. And we know that they've done it by city involvement and support. And the model that seems to work best is when you create a gathering place, whether it's a hotel convention center or sport arenas downtown that bring people down there. It starts to get people to become familiar with the area. It, you know, removes all the negativity from downtown. People are there, they're walking, conventions are being held, and then as we move from there, we know we need housing to bring people there all the time, not just for conventions, hotels, and not just to work, but we need them to live there as well. As those two components work together, you start to see businesses come in. Then there's a really strong interest, and they know they have a for sure captive audience that will be there, living there, and also visiting from out of town for conventions and different things. So we know by the successes of other communities around the nation who've done this, that a catalyst project like a hotel convention center or sporting arena really kickstarts all of that development. And so that's what the city of Odessa is really trying to do at this point.
And museums and
yes,
all kinds of things. And you've already got some great museums.
Absolutely. It just trickles all down from there.
And some of the area places like Abilene has really done a lot to beautify their downtown. So I think one of the last things that we need to talk about is how all of Odessa can help you, and one of the things we've already suggested is clubs and organizations and everything. So I guess our last word is please contact Gloria and give her any ideas, give her a volunteer to help, ask her how you can help, how your club or organization can be involved. And is there any last word before we close the program?
I will just extend off of that and say it's going to very much be a community effort, and we need the community support, and we need everybody to be involved in this, whether it's, you know, telling us what you want to see in downtown or coming in and getting your hands dirty and helping us with the community project. We need all the volunteers and all the community support as we move forward with this.
With that, we'll close the program and thank Gloria for being here today, and we'll see you next week with another program. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us for News West 9's West Texas View with Johnny Lou Avery. This has been a public affairs presentation of KWAB TV and KWES TV.